was the map. And so they're trying to get into Ballistix' head here, I think, a little bit. Let's see if they draft as well an Alexstrasza composition here.
It smells fishy. All about fish today.
Yeah, you and your fish, man.
Yeah, thinking about having sushi.
Good source of protein.
Good source of rice.
Brain food. Well, sushi, yeah. Sushi does good source of rice. Small little good. It's a good source of seaweed as well.
And
on
wasabi.
What kind of sushi you get.
And everything else together.
Yeah. Ginger. There on the side. Ginger. You know. Soy sauce, depending on what you want. Okay, Ballistix bans Alexstrasza. They will not get Alexstrasza twice in a row on this map. They were unwilling to do that in the series against Feliz, and that came back to bite them. As Leo showed very promising Alexstrasza. Miracle played Alexstrasza on Sky Temple just yesterday, or was it? No, 2 days ago.
Hey Wolf, this is actually another Ana map.
It certainly can be, but it's a much weaker map for Li Ming.
Certainly, because when you're fighting on the shrine, the defenders block all the skill shots. You can focus a lot less because there are defenders in the middle of the times, which is just not the biggest problem. Still a little bit of harass. Okay, they're doing Deckard this time.
Yep, Deckard and Diablo. So very powerful combination of those two already in terms of CC. Judy picking Diablo twice in a row with this new drafting in first rotation, but these are common rotations, just kind of following that storyline a little bit further. Ballistix now, you know, looking for what's going to be either the main tank here or the top lane, and it will be Garrosh they choose for now.
I think they not just being scared of that Malfurion ban, that's can be possible right here, but they're thinking ahead. They're really thinking ahead. I think Medivh is an option.
Tychus ban.
That's a respect.
I mean, that is
ban. I think that's
serious
the
respect.
First Tychus ban we had this year.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, not this year because there were a few bans against him like before, but in this phase, yes,
Yeah.
I think.
And thinking ahead, just in case Medivh comes out, you can just have that root on top of the portal, which is actually a good, very good counter. So even if they're thinking the old times, Nitrogen Sonya.
Yrel is open, man, and Blaze is banned. I think you take that. Are you really concerned about Malthael counterpick at this point? I don't think so. They take the Yrel. They're going to get Phoenix. And they've got a great lineup here. All that they need now is some burst damage. And this is a solid comp. And even Li Ming is reasonable. Kael'thas would be even a smart pick here. And they pick Leoric for the counter to Diablo this time since there was no Tychus available.
Only Hanzo has the range, which isn't a bad choice, but when they need some consistent damage, when Thrall's not really doing too much action, they may be lacking a little bit of kill potential, picking up kills. If they had Karazim, maybe that's a little better of an idea. Yes, we go back to Sonya. This is Shrines. They picked the map. I was expecting something else. It couldn't be this.
G-Cup, this is triple tank.
Well, Sonya, Diablo.
It's triple tank. It's going to be Flex from Sniper to play Yrel. This is a style that we've seen exclusively on this map. It's been mostly paired with, in the past, heroes that are very good at sustained support, like Malfurion, even when Malfurion wasn't meta. Miracle liked to run a lot of triple tank back in the day, but that was a totally different roster when they were MVP Miracle. Alexstrasza is so good with this comp, but it's going to be the Deckard pick instead here with the Alexstrasza ban. That might have been their original idea. But this is very sustainable. This is very hard to kill. And Leoric alone, you know, trying to break this is going to be difficult. And Entomb is not going to be that useful against this composition either.
Pretty sure it was pre-planned, but
Ballistix
going for Thrall, Leoric, Garrosh as well. So we're gonna have a lot of sticky actions here, guys. If we don't have too many range damage,
Yeah. The thing is that when you think about the melees, though, I think the melee heroes that Miracle have are better in this sort of matchup. And Hanzo can poke, but he will never be able to burst down these tanks. Whereas Phoenix can burst down a Thrall. He can burst down Malfurion, Hanzo. I think Phoenix is going to be he's going to have the advantage in this situation. Let's see how it works out in reality, though.
Okay, they don't want to fight. They do have a lot of damage done, yeah. Still, they don't want to really risk it against some CC changing with Garrosh and Malfurion.
They have really good wave clear with Phoenix.
Field study?
And yeah, that is weird. Yrel is going to focus as, or function as, excuse me, the soul laner. Big knockback here. Nitrogen's coming up. Sniper's surviving. Here's the heals. This is not looking good for our man Hooligan. He's caught. He's trapped. He's got a lot of armor, but there's a limit to what that armor can get you as he does get taken out here. This is going to be a crazy one, ladies and gentlemen. As we see that the real solo lane is between the ranged heroes, Phoenix and Hanzo, but rotation down right now for Sniper. Or actually, it's Nitrogen in this case on the Sonya. And SC! Slam does not go the right direction. That's as a Sonya main.
So close.
As a Sonya main, I can tell you it feels real bad, man, when when the slam goes like that. It doesn't go the way you wanted it to go.
Oh man, what a game we're having between these. We knew it was going to be a really exciting series, but so far I've been enjoying Judy's drafting so much.
The cool thing about Sonya is, oh, hold that thought. Oh, look at this. He has to go down, but he's caught. They're playing this like a gank squad. And Sonya is, you know how we talk about like a Thrall used to be a solo laner, but now he's like in the range DPS slot, even though he's melee.
Yeah, with the Q.
He doesn't have gank potential, whereas Sonya does. And Sonya's not limited by mana because she has Fury instead. This is a comp that's getting me pretty hyped. We'll see how things go post 10, because that's when Ballistix have super hard initiation. Sundering, Arrow.
Yeah.
Maybe, actually, honestly, even Twilight Dream here with Malfurion with this composition. But, you know, post 10, this is going to get a lot harder for Miracle, but right now, I like what they're doing.
I like it a lot too. Miracle is bringing some style into today's series. You have Sonya clearing the way, but when you need her for the shrine, she's got to come up. As there has been not much of pressure from either side on that top lane, just rotating, trying to look for pick.
Yep, you can see wave clear Phoenix is clearly enough to shut this down. Are they rotating in? This is going to be Ballistix's hardest fight of the entire game. Is this one right here, pre-10 on the shrine with Deckard? Are you kidding me? This is going to be super hard. Okay, everyone's getting so low. There's only so much Malfurion can do. He's good at sustaining, but they're just going to take control of the shrine. It's Sonya plus Yrel on Infernal Shrines. Diablo catching Jungha here. He's getting so low. The root here just means that no one can help him out. No one can peel.
Hanzo Frankel, they're finally here after getting all the mid wave. The heals are actually coming in really well for both teams. They're sustaining well enough. Jungha doesn't die.
Frankel's just coming down into this lane to keep it pushed. So eventually that's going to work out for Miracle as well. Look at this root. Oh my god, SD and Jungha do not get caught in that, but that would have been horrible. Judy's got to back away. Look at all the damage from Frankel. He can do so much more than Hanzo can to multiple targets when he does use his Q. And this is still a one fight for Miracle. Ballistix is fighting for defenders. They're not fighting to win this team fight.
And they're losing in numbers as well, but Jungha's alone. There's straight value, but I don't think he'll be back to 440.
Ballistix knows what they are doing. They prepared this very well, and they will win the first shrine. That was going to be the Ballistix hardest fight. But look at their composition. They don't have a split pushing hero. They have Leoric. If they had Sonya themselves or, you know, something like a Dahaka, they could have at least, you know, just backed off, slowed the shrine down, and then, you know, tried to stay even experienced. They chose to fight, which I think was the wrong choice. But when you have Leoric, you don't have that much flexibility. Miracle winning this super hard right now. Again, it's going to get tough for post 10, but for now.
Because at top shrine, you don't really have too many escaping routes, not like the mid shrine. And look at that. Scroll. gives so much zoning, and that's why they picked up Deckard so early on. And even when they have Sonya just pushing and healing herself.
Think about the value from Salvo we're about to see in a little bit here too. Like, I think Phoenix is going to have his way with Ballistix the rest of this game. Like, Ballistix has, again, the arrow, the sundering. Those things are going to have to be perfect.
I think this can actually be a game where we are going to see value round from Miracle. Like, Ardent Defender is a great one, but once you have to fight for such a long time on that shrine with so much melee, I think that can actually be an option in this game. Unless they really want to go super APOC lead, Planet Cracker, and everything.
Okay, neutral camp taken here for Miracle. This is a win for them. Planet Cracker is like, I mean,
yeah, that's
actually, like,
other
now that you think about it, I'm like, you know what? That's actually like a really good combo too. I like just thinking about what I thought would be the most obvious choice,
yes,
but you know what?
Salvo Lightning Breath is the common one, of course.
Yeah, but when you think about it the other way, it's like, well, I actually could be insanely powerful in this situation on a shrine, especially top shrine where we just had that last fight. Next shrine will, of course, be bot. It's a much more open shrine. It's going to be a lot tougher for Miracle to do what they just did. But they're getting 10 first, and that is so important because that's the big spike for Ballistix. That's the when it gets harder for Miracle is after 10. Nitrogen just roaming so well, always trading up like this. Jungha's going to get out, I think. Okay, he's healing himself, so he's fine now.
Okay, Salvo. No leap, guys.
They're going to commit to maybe taking Jung out here before it's going down. He's got to be careful. Full rotation up from Ballistix. They're getting baited. Miracle got caught here. They did not know the rotation was coming, but Sniper dismounts.
They do have Lornado. There's this position into rooting a lot.
Huge root, and look at the salvo. Goodbye, everyone on the side of Ballistix needs to get out of here. Sniper looking for the stun to SD. There's no 10 yet.
Perfect angle for charge.
Perfect
and
angle.
SDE goes down.
No 10 for Ballistix. Right before the shrine, they get multiple kills. Gonna take this camp. Shrine's going to be announced very shortly. There it is, like 1 second after I mention it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Lornado gives another tool of zoning for their Deckard, and it actually split the team of Ballistix into two when they were about to gank, focus the damage onto one. It's great support to have Deckard all the time. And I don't think they were baiting that intentionally. It just happened with the rotation for them. For Miracle.
Yeah. Well, Earthquake is the choice.
Oh yes. We do have ground as well.
Yeah. I think it's pretty solid to use Earthquake against this, but I think the hard engage might have been better. Because if you're just fighting a slower fight, I think it's a fight you're losing. Here we go. Target here is going to be Hooligan, but he's got that armor. Lightning Breath coming over. Salvo, 1 second on that. Here it comes. Going to be a triple here. The fight is won for Ballistix, I think, in this case, and they have 31 of 40. Miracle needs to charge in and commit to a fight now. Looking for the kill here. Onto Jungha. He gets out. Nice root. They still need 9 more, and now they're out-sustained by the Deckard Cane
They have
pick.
some poke from Hanzo. They're really low, so they can't really give too much time. Okay, they have some moment to. They have some room to breathe. They only need 8 more.
Oh, look at this setup. No way Ballistix trades up here. Root comes in. Hooligan's dead. Jungha's coming in. He just wants to get the last 6. He gets a few more, and it looks like Ballistix will win the Punisher. It's an Arcane, but who lives? That's the question. It looks like it's just going to be Jungha who goes down. Double here. Magi got out long ago. But look at the minimap. Camp's in mid, camp at top. Miracle still has full control over this game, and they won the team fight, which proves they can win it post-10. I don't know, man. I don't know about this Earthquake, because the Earthquake basically says, okay, we're just going to fight the longer fight.
Yes, because Irel was there getting that 40 armor until the cooldown actually came back. The Sniper just staying there forever. And when they wanted to come in, she just has the armor to push them back, has a peel. Even Lornado, again, really pressured Magi at the end. Didn't really end up getting the kill at all or any damage. But still, that's another pressure that forces them back from where they actually want to go in, because they would love to take the position and do damage freely.
Well, Miracle's going to charge forward here, take down another wall. As the rotation comes around, Ballistix struggles actually for a moment. The jungle was thinking about coming down here for the flank. He has Entomb, but they don't have much more than that. And now, because he's not here, they're just going to dive it. Hooligan is just gone, man. He's already dead. Salvo going to hit 3. Magi, no way to survive. No ice block. He didn't even have 13. Even old Malfurion would have been dead here. SDE is going to be the next to go, and Miracle is totally crushing it, redefining the meta on this map right now. And Ballistix just doesn't know what to do. 9 kills to 0 in this game. Miracle may be on their way to not only being the first team to not be 3-0'd in this turn, but also maybe getting a perfect game.
They have Leoric. That is the tool they need. They need to use it not to trap with the Entomb. They need to use the Entomb to separate the team of Miracle so they can fully engage to the target. I think that's the best way of actually disengaging, because the engage from Miracle cannot be stopped.
Yeah,
right?
I think though, you know, I think you're definitely right, like 100%. I think if they had Sundering also,
yes,
you could cut off that target even easier. You flank with Thrall, Sonya goes in, she gets knocked away, then she's caught in the tomb, then she's hit by an arrow, and she's dead. And then you could win the 5v4, but in 5v5 fights, or in this case 5v4, because Chang'e was mid, Miracle's always going to have the better, and they're going to even hard engage this. I'm not entirely sure why they're doing this.
Get trapped, Lornado.
Hooligan is going to be the first to die. I think a very poor decision here by Ballistix to invade. They wanted to take a fight before 16, but this was not going to be their fight. Armor up for Sniper.
That was just desperate before 16. They wanted to try until this game goes longer, because if it goes on longer, you can't really do that, and look at that.
Don't even think they're going to need Salvo to end SDE's life here. Caught once again. Tranquility? Yeah, right. That's not going to save him. Ballistix is DED dead in this game. Dead in the water. 0 kills. Now maybe this becomes a map that they ban in the future, because not only has Miracle, you know, really had full control this whole game, but Feliz gave them so much trouble just earlier on Friday. And maybe this has become the Achilles heel for Ballistix. I don't know, but Miracle brings a new comp. The execution is nice, and that's very refreshing to see in our region, where, you know, we normally see such one-sided 3-0 series. Miracle's bringing it back.
They're using all the heroes that they like, not the most, but what they're good at. Natrojin, or the old Sonya. Of course, he had a long break in the middle, but he can always go back to his favorite. And when you have Irel, okay, we have Irel, so we can't use Sonya. No, why not use both? And they're making it work, certainly. And we forget about how much siege damage that Sonya can actually put off.
Well, I mean, she's done a lot of... She's doing a lot of siege damage, but she's also...
Solo shrining.
Solo shrining, rotating, getting kills, getting those ganks in the early game to make sure they got 10 first. Blizz is going to get this fort, but as you say, solo shrining means that. Meanwhile, top is being prepped for this Mortar Punisher.
Yeah,
mid soak is happening. And I think even there's a case for Urel to take the mid fort before rotating up, but she's coming now.
And this is a key.
The Oric's going to have to hearth.
If they lose any member, this can be a core call. Ballistix still not 16. Even with this wave, minion wave, they need some more time.
This is probably just going to be game here, Jinx. If I can't see any way of holding this, the taunt comes through. Judy is the first target. Okay, nice arrow there. He's going to lose all of his stacks. Maybe they can pull off this hold now, but the Immortal, or Punisher, excuse me, is still at full health. Frankel with the flank here, and look at the damage. Salvo comes out. Ballistix gonna go down here, it looks like, right here, right now. This is a Sonya composition. This isn't your everyday 14-minute core call. They're gonna end this right now. Hearts for Ballistix, because they're low on health. They can't fight. They need a heart before they can turn on this.
They get the Punisher to the side, so that's a little bit less damage, but still, Sonya so strong. Core's down, going down 20%, and that's gonna be game, guys. Miracle takes game number 2. And back to 1-1.
1-1. The streak of 3-0s is ended tonight. Miracle bringing it back. Unique triple tank composition. It's been a while since they've shown us that's really, I think probably the last time we saw them triple tank was early 2017, late 2016. And Miracle, 2 times in a row, having such a rough time on Infernal Shrines. Ballistix, this is a map they may want to ban in the future, but I don't know which one will sting harder. Almost losing to Feliz or being smashed by Ballistix, 13 kills to 1.
Is this real, Wolf?
Is this real? I think the answer is yes. Look at the score screen. Could this be more real? I don't think so.
I think all the members of Miracle played some amazing game. Sonya diving in, Blue Beetle saving a lot of them and zoning them out with Deckard. Of course, Ballistix had to make that choice because they were banning Alex Raza as well. And Miracle came in choosing this map instead of first ban, first pick, which is very, very rare case in Korea. Not as, of course, really common in other regions.
Yeah.
But we only have this when there are certain kind of secret strategies.
Yeah, and this was the secret strat, and it worked. I mean, boy, did it work. They showed the Deckard Diablo at first, which isn't really that suspicious. They banned the Tychus, and Tychus would have also been a great DPS to have here against all these tanks. So everything just kind of fell into place. I'm so happy that we finished this week without having, how many was it going to be?
It was
total?
going to be 12 3-0s in a row.
12 3-0s in a row.
2 full weekends.
We only had 11.
Yes!
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 Yes! All right, well, we're going to have to recompose ourselves before we continue with the series. I'm just so glad that normally when I close out, I have to be like, well, will they just 3-0, or is the team that always loses in the third game going to have a chance?
It's 2-0, but maybe after they come back, they might come back, but they may actually finish the series with a 3-0 as well.
But not tonight. Not tonight. Not before I do this closing for this commercial break. History could be made tonight. Miracle could defeat Ballistix. The last time we had a series between these two teams that looks this competitive was in the 2016 Gold Club World Championship Finals. That was a long time ago. Very, very long ago.
And Miracle, they broke Gen G. Can they break Ballistix? This is actually quite scary.
Yeah.
A team to break, not like in terms of standings breaking into top 3, but breaking the teams of top 3 in a series like this. I mean, and Judy doing drafting today, it certainly works out. He clearly understands individual what they're good at, and it's coming back into form. Game 3, we have no idea what's going to happen.
I mean, they might have more tricks up their sleeve. We don't know. I'm sure the Korean commentators are very hyped about this.
Nitrogen Falstad? Oh, yes.
I would love it, but I don't think so. That's like the next map, they do like triple DPS, no tanks. I'm like,
Falstad?
I'm sure the Korean commentators have a lot to say about it because you and I are still here.
Yes.
And we're not going to break at the moment. So, I mean, I have a lot to say once we know what the next map is, but I think I pretty much covered like everything else.
Are you saying that you refuse to speak?
No, I'm just saying like I don't have that much interesting stuff to say anymore. So like, what'd you eat for breakfast?
Nothing.
Yeah, same.
Some
high five.
I got. That's some synergy. Well, I woke up at 11:40, so there's no breakfast.
I woke up around the same amount of time, around the same time of morning.
And then I turned on my computer, logged into WoW, and I brought down Whitemane.
Yeah.
And whatever the other guy's name was, Duran or something, it was fun.
I did get word we are going to go to a break. We're not going through the series straight up. I know everyone's confused because we don't have a 2-0 before break, but when we come back, we're going to find out who's going to take the lead in this best of 5. We'll see you then.